The NHS is spending £50 million to provide an extra 350,000 dental appointments in evenings and on weekends in a bid to reduce a backlog. But dentists themselves warn it will take years to clear the backlog of NHS appointments lost in England because of COVID. Nithya Rajan has this report.
DIY dentistry became a necessity for some during the pandemic, with 38 million appointments lost as a result of lockdowns. Waiting lists have struggled to recover, with some frustrated that in areas it could take months or even years to be seen. Many have been forced to go private, whether they can afford it or not.
I've gone on the website and seen that they're saying they're accepting new patients. However, when you phone up, they say, no, we're not accepting NHS, only private.
But in the coming months, 350,000 additional dental appointments will be made available, with a £50 million government funding injection. Dentists will work weekends and nights to help clear the backlog, and in return, they'll be paid more than a third on top of their normal fee.
Additional hours will be possible for some practices, but for others, they're already exhausted, and therefore working in the evening and at weekends will not be possible. And we need longer-term investment rather than a short-term fix.
For many patients who've been desperate, they may be a step closer to a date in the dentist's chair.
And with more on that, we can talk to Nithya, who's with a Dent Aid bus in Southampton. I've never heard of one of those, actually, but there you are. What do the dentists there think about this scheme? Will those evenings and weekends make a difference?
Well, Ranveer, around 100 dentists volunteer on this bus year-round to help clear some of that backlog. And some of them will be taking part in this scheme. But joining me now is Andy Evans. Andy, what do you make of this £50 million? Is it enough? Does it go far enough?
Well, that all depends on how the money's going to be spent and which communities are going to benefit. Dental practices have been working really, really hard to maintain care for their communities. And so hopefully they'll have some capacity to open a bit longer, to do a bit more, but only time will tell.
And very quickly, in terms of the long-term solution, a lot of dentists argue more money is needed. The current £50 million only covers 1 in 2 people who need NHS dental care. What is the long-term solution?
Well, as you say, the £50 million is only very, very short term. And so we need to work out how to increase access in the long term to dentistry.
Thank you, Andy. So the verdict there, welcome the money across the industry, but long-term solutions are needed.
Nithya, thank you so much.